When we use the term mass media, what do we mean? It's helpful to understand the definition of mass media if you want to be a good writer. And there are three components that make up this definition. The first component is mass audience, which means that when you deliver mass media, the audience numbers in the hundreds, the thousands, or possibly even the millions. And furthermore, the audience is largely anonymous. They aren't sitting in the same room with each other, and often they're not even watching or listening or reading the media content during the same time of day. For example, somebody watching a television show in one city may be watching that TV show at a very different time from somebody watching it in another city. So that's the first component of media that you need to consider if you want to be a good writer, that the audience is a mass audience. The second component of the definition of mass media is media technology, which is the idea that the delivery of media content goes through a technology or a piece of equipment, if you like. But don't let that word equipment exclude the fact that newspapers and magazines and other printed media are also forms of technology. The key consideration here is that mass media are delivered through something that comes in between the sender and the receiver, and that something is media technology. And thirdly and finally, as a component of the definition of mass media, is the idea that media content is standardized. That is, that virtually everybody who's looking at the content is seeing the same content. If you have a television show, that television show is the same for the person who's watching it today as the person who is watching it tomorrow. It's not as if that show was told as a story by a person in somebody else's ear. Rather, the content is standardized, and it is seen by people the same, whoever are watching or reading or listening to that content. So if you know these three components, the mass audience, media technology, and standardized content, you know the definition of mass media, and you are on your way to becoming a good writer.